So if the result of the EU referendum on the 23rd of June in the UK is a Remain, will everything stay as it is? No, it won't. Both campaigns, in fact, have argued that the status quo will not be preserved. Even though the result of the referendum is very uncertain at this moment, there is one certainty, and this is that Euroscepticism is here to stay in the British society. And this will carry consequences in terms of several aspects that we have considered in our contribution to this conference. First of all, in terms of domestic politics, it will be a challenge for the Tory party to reintegrate the Eurosceptic elements of their party, and it will be especially interesting to see how the EU referendum result will play in terms of electing the next leader of the Conservatives and therefore also potential future Prime Minister. There are strong indications that now the voters of the Conservatives would prefer Eurosceptic to be at the helm of the party. Second, in terms of the UK relationship with Europe, it is clear that the effects of the renegotiation that David Cameron has done with the European Union would kick in. Now, even though many believe that this renegotiation in fact does not carry very substantial effects in terms of the UK's relationship with Europe, it is also true that there is the single biggest transformation in terms of a EU member renegotiating its position with the European Union. So that is something to consider. Finally, there would be implications also for the rest of the European Union. It is clear that one EU member deciding to renegotiate certain aspects of its position within the EU would very likely trigger some other EU members wanting to have their own different position within the Union. And therefore this could create a phenomenon of Europe a la carte or of a multi-tier Europe. So what is clear is that Euroscepticism is here to stay in the UK in the foreseeable future. But also what is interesting to check out is the long-term effects of such decision. And it is interesting that the younger generation seem to be much less Eurosceptic than the older ones. So is it something that is going to change? Will young people become more Eurosceptic in the future? Or will we see a new generation which is more firmly anchored to the idea of the European Union? This is something that we will have to wait and see.